Hello, welcome to Business Talk with Adira. On this channel, we discuss on how to reposition your business and how to strategically make your business stand out. If you want to get more insights on Business Talk with Adira, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell, like this video, comment, and also share this video. If you want to register for my importation class, where I teach you step by step how to import directly from the manufacturers or directly from the suppliers, or you want to start your own importation business, or you want to import specifically for your own business, reach me with the link in the description, or reach me with the email address on my bio. So now let's get right into this video on why capital is not the first factor you need to think of while thinking of starting your business. So now when you think of starting your own business, you think of the capital you need to start that business. But what if I tell you that capital is not the first thing you need to start your own business? Capital is important to start your business, but is not the first factor to consider. If not, you're going to end up just putting in money in the business without the business actually yielding something in return for you. For you to start a business, you need to first ask yourself this question. As an existing business or as a new business owner, you need to first answer this question. The first question would be, why do you want to start this particular type of business? Only you and you alone can answer this question. Why do you want to start this particular niche of business? Why do you want to start this particular type of business? Are you starting this business because you have the capital? Are you starting this business because you understand this business? You know the pros and cons. You know what would make or break this business. Or are you starting this business because you want to make profit? Or are you starting this business because it's your passion? Why exactly do you want to go into this type of business? Why exactly do you think you need this type of business as a new business owner or as an existing business owner? Only you could answer this question. And by answering this question, you're not just understanding the kind of business you're going into, you're also laying a foundation for the business. This is where you lay foundation. By understanding these questions, this is where you lay the foundation for your business. And to add this also to the first question on why you're starting this type of business, is you also need to ask yourself, is this the type of business I can start? Is this the type of business I can start at this particular environment I am now, where I am right now in my life? Is this the type of business I need? Is this the type of business I should start? Not because you have the capital, but because you understand and you know how to properly strategize this business and run this business so your business could stand out. And the second question you need to ask yourself before going into earning business is, who are my target audience for this type of business? Who are my target audience for this particular type of business? Your target audience are because for you to start a business, you need to understand who will be patronizing you. Who are my customers for this particular type of business? Who are your customers? Understanding this particular aspect of your business would not only make that business. Understanding this particular question could either make or break your business. It could either excel your business or take it backwards. So now, for you to strategically understand how to run this business, you need to ask yourself, who are my target audience? Who are my customers for this particular type of business I want to go into? Your target audience, is it new mom? Your target audience, is it nursing mothers? Your target audience, is it students? Your target audience, is it elderly people? That is, if you want to run a caregiving business, right? Or my target audience, is it newborn babies? That is, if you want to go into producing organic baby food. You need to understand this aspect of business. So from understanding these questions is understanding how you can strategically plan your business and stand out. And let's also add this: your customer is the business. Whether you're manufacturing or you're selling a product or you're rendering a service or whatever you're doing in business, the customer, your main aim is to make your business stand out, satisfy your customers, and make your business stand out, satisfy your customers, and make profit. That is the core main aim to start your business. And by understanding your customers, understanding the behavioral traits, understanding the market environment that could either influence your customers. So okay, let me also add this to the second point. While you're asking who are your target audience for this particular type of business, I want you to keep in mind you need to study the behavioral traits of your customers. You need to study the market environment. This will help you lay out your business plan and how to strategically grow in that particular type of business. Now think about this: if you know your customers and your customers know you, or you know the factors that could possibly influence the type of business you want to go into, right? You need to understand, am I going to sell at a particular time of the year or not? Are my customers going to buy this type of product or not? Are they going to need this type of service or not? Understanding these questions are what are the factors that will make your business stand out. You just don't want to start a business because you have the capital to start a business. Understanding these questions is where you lay the foundation for your business. Now let's get right into the third point, and our third point here. And our third point is, if it's a new business that you're starting, or you're thinking of strategizing on an existing business, if it's a new business you're starting, or you're thinking of strategizing or re-strategizing on an existing business entirely, I need you to understand this. Now, and our third point on the factors you need to consider first before starting your business would be whether it's a new business or an existing business. I need you to understand this. How do you plan? How do you strategize this new business, or how do you strategize your existing business to stand out from your competitors? If it's a new business you want to go into, there are people already doing that business, which are your competitors. How do you plan to strategically stand out? Mind you, your competitors already have their own customers, and you coming in as a new person in that business, you coming in as a new person in the business, how do you plan to strategize them? How do you plan to stand out? What are the structures you will put down for your business so your business will stand out from your competitors? Hope now you understanding that you need to consider all these factors before starting a business. So from our first point on why you want to start the business to the second point of who are your audience, who are your customer base, how do you build your customer base when you start this business or before you even start this business, and then to the third point, which is how do you stand out from your competitors. If it's a new business and you study this business very well, you study your business plan very well, you study the market environment very well, you would understand that there are competitors, there are people already in that line of business or in that niche or type of business. Now, how do you, the new business owner, an incoming new business owner, how do you strategize? How do you structure your own business to stand out? You want to be different from your competitors, you want to stand out, you want to upscale, you want to reposition your own business. How do you structure your own system? How do you structure your own business plan to stand out in that particular line of business? What do you want to implement? What do you want to bring in to your new customers or to your existing customers that your competitors do not have? I need you to understand these questions. This is where you lay the foundation for your business. And by understanding this, it will also help you plan or budget for the business, not just bringing in the capital and I'm starting a business because I want to make profit. How do you strategically plan this business? And if you're looking forward to set a legacy with your business, you can't just jump or skip any step of this question. You take it one after the other. Each of those points is very important to consider it. Consider each of these factors before starting your business. This way your business will stand out. This way following these factors, this structure of business plan will make your business stand out. And that will take us to the next point, which is now adding this to our third point on how do you strategize to stand out from your competitors, whether you're a new business owner or is an existing business. How do you strategize to stand out from this line of business? And mind you, if you're a new business owner, you're a new person going into a new business, I need you to understand this. There are people already in that line of business. What you should focus more on, not just starting the business because you want to make profit. Focus more on, how do I strategize? How do I implement my own strategies to stand out from your competitors? What do you plan? What kind of service would you render to your customers to make your own business stand out? What kind of service do you plan to render to your customers? What kind of customer care? What kind of customer service? What kind of system, what kind of strategies do you want to implement to make your own business stand out, to keep your own customers coming back? So understanding these questions is where you lay the foundation for your business. It's not just starting business because of the capital, but understanding the business you want to go into, or else you have the capital to just pump into the business and keep pumping into the business without the business actually yielding profit for you. And that will take us to the fourth point on this video, on why capital is not the first factor to think of when you think about starting your business. You need to understand this point and then you think of the capital. Understanding all these points would lay a strong foundation for your business. And our fourth point is understanding and learning the core basic skills you need for that particular type of business. Now, when you ask yourself, I want to go into this particular type of business, I need you to ask yourself, where I am right now in my life, why do I want to start this business? Is it because I have the capital or because I understand this business? Who are my target audience, which is our second point. And our third point is, how do I strategize to stand out in this business? Which brings us to the fourth point of understanding and learning the core basic skills you need for that particular type of business. The type of business you want to go into, what skills do you need? What skills do you need to stand out in that business? What particular type of skill do I need for this type of business? And this is very, very important in business, because when you don't understand the basic skills you need to run your business as business owners, or the basic skills or the type of skills that your business need to succeed or to thrive, now this will also help you when you're planning and staffing for your business. You know who to employ and who not to. You know how to staff. You know how to properly staff for your business, and how you're going to and the kind of orientation you want to give to your staff. Now, but you, the business owner, if it's a one-man type of business where at the beginning of the business you are doing everything, you are the person putting every effort to make this business stand, you, the person starting this business, that is if it's a one-man type of business at the beginning, right? I need you to understand this. Do you have the core basic skills you need to scale this business. Whether you're a small scale business owner or a medium scale business owner, at the point of starting this business, do you have the skills this business requires? Whether technical skill, what type of skill do you need in this business? If it's a technical skill and you don't have one, you need to go learn, because learning it would make you understand and will make you plan and execute your business in a dynamic that your business is positioned for progress and prosperity. You don't want to go into business because I have the capital to just go into that business. That's why I said at the beginning, capital is not the first thing, is not the first factor to think of when you think of starting the business. When you're starting a business, you're going to invest your skill, your time, your energy, your knowledge. All those things are the requirements to successfully run a business. Or else you have the capital to just pump into a business that you don't have any idea of how this business is going to yield profits or how this business is going to stand. Then you can just go in and just keep pumping out money. But if you want to strategically set a structure where your business stands out, you need to understand each of these points and each of these factors and the role it plays for your business. So our last point would be understanding the core basic skills. If you need a technical skill for a particular business, I advise you learn that skill, because business is it takes time, it takes knowledge, it takes energy, it takes resources to successfully run a business. It takes each and every of these factors plays a role in laying a foundation for your business. You just can't skip any of them. So if you want to achieve a successful system in your business, I think if your business needs a particular type of skill, you're going to learn it. That is if it's a one-man type of business. Or if it's a business where you're going to employ capable hands to help you. But now this is the advantage, where even when you employ capable hands and you also know the skills it takes to run that kind of business, you will know when your staffs are slacking. You will know when they are slacking, because you know you already have this type of skill. The reason why you're employing an extra skill to also help you run this business in your staffing is because you want to save time. You want to achieve more with your time. So having the basic skills your business needs will also make you understand how to run this business. If it's a business where they consult you to draft a quotation on what it will cost to do this part, to render a particular type of service, and you, the business owner, cannot clearly draft a quotation for your own business, tell me, what are you doing? What are you doing with the business? So you need the skills. So I need you to understand where you are on these factors, and the ones you need to learn on the ones you need to understand to successfully thrive in your business. And that is it for this video. See you on my next video. Don't forget to consult me if you want to consult me to help you resolve a particular business issue you have. Reach me with the link in my description. Or you want me to coach you specifically on importation, you can join my importation class. I teach you step by step how to source products for your business, how to source products directly from manufacturers for your business, and how to ship these products down to your location. Please click the link on my description and see you on my next video.